They called him the wolf, not because he was predatory, because he hunted discipline like prey. Flo G didn't just blow up, he calculated his way to the top. Before Rap Star hit 171 million views, before the brand deals and award stages, Archie De La Cruz was just another kid from Alabang, practicing rap flows in underground ciphers nobody recorded. 7 years. That's how long he trained before anyone knew his face. 7 years of daily repetition, technical precision, choosing the craft over shortcuts. And when 2020 arrived, 2 songs, 2 million views each within weeks, it looked like overnight success. But viral moments don't build legacies. Choices do.
Daming pasabog kailangan pag malawak ang sakop, ikaw din ang talo sa laban pag nabalot ng takot.
Here's what you think you know. Flo G is another rapper who lucked into fame with a catchy hook. His relationship with Angelica is a cute influencer love story. He's confident, untouchable, living the dream. Here's what's actually happening. Flo G is the architect of a new model, proving indie Filipino artists can outsell major labels without bending to gatekeepers. His relationship isn't decoration. It's a deliberate shield against the notorious lifestyle that destroyed his peers. And that confidence, it's covering paranoia, the constant fear that what he built through obsessive discipline could collapse if he makes one wrong move. This isn't a highlight reel. This is the cost of the highlight reel. Archie started rapping at 13 in 2009, when Philippine hip-hop was still fringe culture, still underground. He joined Battalion in 2014 when they were transitioning from flip-top battle crew to music collective. They made a radical choice, distribute on YouTube, bypass traditional labels entirely. In 2017, Hayan Mo Sila peaked at #2 on Billboard Philippines. It wasn't just a song, it became the anthem for every Filipino navigating judgment, pressure to conform, the weight of other people's expectations. By 2018, Battalion was massive. But collective fame is tricky. You're part of something bigger, but your individual identity gets blurred. Flo G needed separation. He needed proof he could carry weight on his own. January 2020, Glock 9, the legendary conscious rapper, features him on Halik, an intimate track about loyalty and vulnerability. It's a passing of the torch moment. The hip-hop hierarchy just legitimized Flo G as a solo artist. 1 month later, February 2020, he drops Ara Ara Love, featuring Angelica Jane Yap, the Pastillas girl from viral dating shows. 73 million views. But here's the thing, it started as content, a Jowa challenge for the cameras, manufactured chemistry for algorithms, except it stopped being fake.
Motive niya pala doon, ate, hindi siya mawala sa isip ko.
Nakas.
Ang galing! Ate, kasi effective! Kasi hanggang pag-uwi ko, nainis ako!
That boldness, that calculated risk to be memorable, it worked. But then something shifted.
Laging nag-Jowa challenge kami. Tinry kong itreat siya ng parang girlfriend ko talaga. Kasi wala naman talaga ang girlfriend, tapos matagal na panahon. Nung in-apply ko sa kanya, parang parang yung pakiramdam ko parang okay.
Magaan.
Parang nakakamiss naman pala may partner, parang ganun. Siyempre, hindi ko naman yan masasabi agad. Tapos umabot sa point na gusto ko na siya kasi gusto ko nang kasama din siya parang.
Content became reality. The act became the relationship. And in the middle of building a solo career, Flo G found himself navigating something he hadn't planned for. Genuine partnership. But partnership in the public eye meant exposure. And exposure meant judgment.
Buhay na kasi syempre yung lifestyle namin, mga rapper, tas puro kami boys, medyo kami.
Medyo notorious ang image niyong lahat
Oo, ganun. Tapos sa kanya, parang may ibang face yung may ibang side yung.
Ikaw lumalabas yung ibang side
mo.
mo.
Parang ganun.
Rappers carry reputations, especially rappers who came up through Battalion, a group known for partying, for living fast, for embodying the notorious image that hip-hop has always romanticized. But Flo G saw what that lifestyle did to people around him. His friends went hard, too hard. He watched their public mistakes become cautionary tales. Learning from other people's failures is a survival tactic. Flo G didn't have to crash to understand the consequences. He observed, he adapted, he chose differently. But where did that discipline come from?
Yung papa ko kasi medyo talaga, ay isa yun sa gusto kong niya, alpha talaga yung ganap niya. Parang pag may pag-uusapang seryoso, ibang tao din, parang ganun.
That leadership instinct, that ability to shift modes, to be vulnerable at home but commanding in public, didn't appear randomly. It was inherited, modeled. And when Flo G moved in with Angelica during the pandemic, they had to establish boundaries, creative space, isolation when needed.
Sa bahay namin, ate, meron siyang sarili niyang studio. So pagka pumasok siya doon, hindi ko na siya iniistorbo doon. Kahit tumambay doon, hindi ko ginagawa. Basta siya lang, kung tatawagin niya ako, okay. Minsan nga, nagre-reklamo ka na, bakit hindi ako pumapasok eh. Pero kasi parang yan, parang nire-respeto ko na
Space niya yun.
space niya.
Respect for process, respect for the work, because the work never stops, but neither does the pressure. September 2020, Flo G and Skusta Klee released Dame as a brand promo. Within days, BTS's international fan base identifies structural similarities to their 2018 track Ding. The accusations, plagiarism. Flo G's defense, generic flow, generic beat, generic words. The problem, his response felt dismissive, defensive, and the narrative damage stuck, association with theft. Even if unintentional, it bruised credibility. Then came the flip-top beef with Sixth Threat, April to June 2020. Diss tracks flying back and forth. Un Lai, Pass a Load, multi-week exchanges. Hip-hop consensus. Sixth Threat demonstrated superior technical execution. Gossip emerged that Glock 9 ghost-wrote Flo G's responses. Unsubstantiated but damaging. Suddenly, the solo legitimacy he'd worked for felt questioned. Success came with scrutiny. Living with Angelica before marriage invited social media criticism, old generation mindset calling him out, accusing him of the ex-Battalion playboy stereotype all over again. He had to publicly redefine his image, faithful, disciplined, protective. But the duality was exhausting. Maintain the strong rapper persona in public, manage exhaustion, fear, self-doubt in private. The gap widened with every viral moment. March 2022, Flo G releases Praining. The title says it all. Paranoia, constant worry that haters are plotting, that competition is closing in, that the foundation might crack. It's not posturing, it's documentation. His own lyrics admitting the psychological toll.
Kung ano yung ayaw kong gawin sa'yo, huwag mong gagawin. Ayun lang naman yun. Matatakot ka na lang kasi ako, Ate Tony, malaki na din yung takot ko. Kumbaga, isisirahin ko pa tong maayos na to, babalik ako sa dati.
That's the anchor, the refusal to undo the life he built. The discipline isn't just about music anymore. It's about protecting everything the music made possible. But discipline without craft is just stubbornness. So let's talk about what makes Flo G technically exceptional. He embraced trap's sonic DNA, rapid hi-hats, booming 808s, syncopated rhythms, but adapted it to Tagalog language rap organically. Syllable count, internal rhyme schemes, breath control. He rides trap beats with fluidity while maintaining lyrical content rooted in Filipino realities. He didn't force the genre. He rewired it. Rap star constructs a 4-verse arc, natural talent plus effort, pressure of maintenance, stakes and cost, confirmation of dominance, emotionally coherent, deeply felt, not revolutionary lyrically, but undeniably precise. Then there's Praining, verse 2. Flo G doubles his syllable count while the beat stays constant. That's extraordinary breath control and precision timing, maintaining lyrical coherence while doubling speed. That's trained craft, evidence of granular mastery. His production partnership with Flip D, producer Daniel Tuazon, is symbiotic. Flip D's sensibility, trap rooted in melodic texturing and atmospheric elements, is inseparable from Flo G's sound. G-Wolf features haunting trap with ominous violins. It's described as a victory howl during a long battle. Production as narrative device. Every beat choice, every breath placement, every syllable stack is a decision. And decisions repeated over years become mastery. But mastery without impact is just technical exercise. So what did Flo G actually change? He and Battalion proved Filipino rappers don't need major label backing. YouTube plus fan base plus consistency equals global reach. This model inspired an entire generation of Southeast Asian indie artists to bypass traditional gatekeeping. He democratized access. By 2023, over 200 million Spotify streams. Recognized as the Spotify Calye Artist of the Year in 2024, his numbers rival international acts, proof that the Philippines produces globally competitive artists. 2024 awards: Wish Hip Hop Song of the Year, Wish Artist of the Year, PMPC Star Awards for Music Rap Artist of the Year. Brand Ambassador for Pure Gold, Alhambra Light Brandy, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang. His face represents modern Filipino entertainment across categories. He's no longer just a rapper, he's a cultural figure. But maybe the biggest cultural shift, his relationship became a counter-narrative. On mainstream TV, he publicly discussed vulnerability, fidelity, personal growth. This shifted the conversation about masculinity in Filipino hip-hop, showed young Filipinos that ambition and emotional maturity aren't contradictory. Partnership philosophy, success redefined as shared, not zero-sum. By 2024, Flo G wasn't just charting songs. He was shaping how an entire generation thought about success, discipline, and what it means to stay true while going global. That's cultural impact. But what does he actually tell younger artists? What's the philosophy underneath? Protective instinct. Growth isn't erasing the past. It's transcending it with intention. He quit smoking 2 years ago. Not performative wellness. Documented evidence that he's willing to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term clarity. Your body is your instrument. Protect it. And mental health. Post-pandemic, through the song Kamusta with Shanti Dope, Flo G shifted from hustle culture messaging to something deeper.
Again, if you guys were able to watch the music video, nakakatawa rin kasi there was a message at the end rin na, uy, reach out to someone if you need someone to talk to. So, magandang message rin yun para sa mga nakikinig or nanonood, di ba?
Redefining artist responsibility beyond entertainment into mental health advocacy, recognizing the psychological toll of rapid success. Flo G's advice isn't revolutionary, it's almost boring. Do the work. Protect your body. Reach out when you're struggling. Don't betray people. Stay loyal. But boring, when executed obsessively, becomes legendary. This is the story of a kid from Alabang who decided that discipline beats fate, that integrity beats shortcuts, that partnership beats conquest. He didn't reinvent hip-hop. He understood that technique is storytelling, that every choice, repeated daily for 7 years in the shadows, builds the foundation for 171 million views in the light. Flo G hunted discipline like prey, and when he caught it, he never let go.